Our spreadsheet is now looking great and is almost ready to print. There's just one more professional touch we want to add before sending it to the printer, and that is headers and footers. It used to be quite tricky to add headers and footers, but in the newer version using the page layout view, it's really straightforward. You will notice right at the top, there's a very inviting message saying Add Header. And when I hover over it, I notice there are 3 header sections and I can add a piece of information into each. I'm going to start over on the left-hand side, and when I click in it, my ribbon changes and I see this new tab called Header and Footer Tools Design. Click on it and you will now see all the tools available to you to help add your header. First thing I'd like is a page number. I don't want to type it in for 2 reasons. First of all, anything you put in the header repeats on every page. Also, even if I could type it in, I wouldn't want to type in all 56 pages. The good news is we don't have to. On the left-hand side in the header and footer tools is something called page number. And if I single click, it adds some slightly strange looking code, but that's telling Excel to put on the page number. To see what it's going to look like, just click away. That looks great. But I've thought about it and decided it'd be quite useful to see how many pages there are in the workbook as well. So I'd like that to say page 1 of 56 or page 2 of 56. Now I'm going to click back in here. I could type the word page if I wanted, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to type a space, then of, then another space, and click number of pages. This gives me the total number of pages in this worksheet. And then I click away, and there we have it, 1 of 56. In the middle section, I've decided I'd like to add my company logo. You can add any picture you like, but it's a good idea to make sure it has been edited first, as you will not be able to edit the picture once it has been added. Now to add a picture, we're going to come up to our header and footer tools, click on Picture, and in the new version, you can get the picture from a file, or you can get it directly from the web. We have our company logo saved, so I'm going to click Browse and double-click Pushpin Logo. I then click into my next box, and there is my logo. In the last section, I would like to see the current date. Again, I don't want to type it because I want it to update when the date changes. Now again, I can't type it, but if I come up to my header and footer tools, there's an option, current date. So I'm going to click on that, click away for a moment, and that header is looking pretty good. You can, of course, also add footer information. Here you have the option to scroll down till you get to the footer and click in it as we did with the header, or come back into the header, come up to your header footer tools and click Go to Footer. Bear in mind you will only have access to these tools if you are clicked in the header or the footer. I click Go to Footer, and I'm now in the footer section, which also has 3 compartments. I only wish to change the middle one, so I'm going to click there, and I've decided I want to add the workbook name. Now there are 2 options here. You can add just the file name, or even better, you can add both the path, in other words where it's stored, and the file name. I'm going to go for that option. Now again, it looks strange, but when I click into the row just above, there's the full path and the file name. So really easy to do these days. Now let's see how that's all looking in our print preview. So quick reminder, Control P, and I'm back in the print section, and my print preview is looking great. This workbook is now ready to be printed.